Hello and welcome back to my short story. Title: Tania's Resolve. Season 2, The Silent Rain. Haunted by her past victories and betrayals, Tania finds herself drawn back into a darker conspiracy, one that reveals that the fall of DeMarco was only the beginning of something much larger. In a city rebuilding itself from the ashes of corruption, new powers are rising every day, and this time, the war will hit closer to home than ever before. The city breathed again, but not cleanly, as a fragile peace hung over its streets. It was like mist after rain, a deceptive calm that masked the underlying tension. Tania stood in the same alley where it all began, memories flooding back to her. The echoes of gunfire still fresh in her memory, haunting her every thought. DeMarco was dead, or so the reports said, but she felt something was off. Yet, a small part of her doubted it, sensing that the truth was more complex. The news came too easily, too quickly, raising her suspicions about its authenticity. And Leo, her brother, was supposedly gone too, killed in the chaos that followed. But Tania knew better. She had learned to trust her instincts over the years. You don't bury ghosts, they bury themselves in you, lingering in the shadows. Weeks later, whispers spread of a new player in the underworld. A faceless figure known only as the Silent Man. His symbol, a single black feather, began appearing at crime scenes once controlled by DeMarco's old syndicate. Bodies disappeared, informants went dark, and every lead Tania chased turned to dust. Until one night, a feather was left on her doorstep. At 3 a.m., her phone rang. Static, then a voice. Tania. Her blood ran cold. It was Leo's voice, hoarse, broken, but unmistakable. I did what I had to. You need to stay away. They're watching everything. Then silence. Tania stared at the phone long after the line went dead. If Leo was alive, he was deep in something darker. Somehow, he was trying to protect her, or warn her. Tania turned to her old allies, Mara, the hacker, and Dane. Together, they dug through encrypted data left behind by DeMarco's empire. What they found chilled them. A hidden network of government officials, corporate tycoons, and military contractors, all connected to a project codenamed Rain. And at the top of the list of operatives, Officer Leo Marquez. Tania's team infiltrated a charity gala hosted by the city's new mayor, Clara Voss, a woman hailed as a reformer but rumored to have DeMarco's blood on her hands. While Mara hacked into the mayor's files, Tania slipped through the crowd, her eyes scanning for threats. That's when she saw him. Leo. Alive. Dressed in a sleek black suit, standing beside Mayor Voss, his badge gleaming. He didn't look at her, but she saw the flicker of recognition in his eyes before security intervened. Leo wasn't hiding. He was working for them. Tania's investigation drew unwanted attention. Her safe houses were compromised, her allies hunted. One by one, her contacts vanished. Dane was captured. Mara barely escaped. When Tania traced the source of the breach, she discovered it wasn't from the mayor's office. It came from inside her own circle. Someone had been feeding information to the Silent Man, and when she found the transmitter hidden in her apartment, it was marked with Leo's fingerprints. Driven by fury and confusion, Tania confronted Leo in an underground parking garage. He didn't deny it. "They own everything now," Leo said, his gun at his side. "The police, the courts, even the air you breathe. I'm not your enemy, Tania. I'm trying to survive." "By betraying me again?" she spat. He stepped closer. "By keeping you alive." Before she could respond, snipers opened fire. Tania dove for cover as Leo was hit. As she fled, she saw him lying in the dim light, mouthing something she couldn't hear. Leo's death, or what appeared to be death, triggered a chain reaction. Data leaks, assassinations, riots. Mara uncovered files showing that Rain was more than a syndicate. It was a covert program to create a shadow government, blending organized crime and political power. And the architect behind it all? DeMarco's mentor, a man known as the Broker. As chaos consumed the streets, Tania became a symbol. The media painted her as a terrorist, a vigilante turned rogue, but the people, the ones who remembered DeMarco's tyranny, started to see her as something else: hope. Tania and her allies launched their counterstrike, exposing the Broker's network piece by piece. But every revelation brought more danger. For every corrupt official they revealed, another replaced them. In the final hours of her campaign, Tania discovered a surveillance feed showing Leo alive again. Scarred, colder, wearing the insignia of rain. He had survived the ambush, he had become the silent man, and his next target was her. Their final confrontation wasn't a gunfight, it was a reckoning. In a collapsing skyscraper overlooking the city they both once swore to protect, Tania faced Leo. "You became the thing we fought against," she said, tears cutting through the grime on her face. "No," Leo said softly. "I became what I had to be to destroy it from within." The truth hit her like a bullet. Leo wasn't the villain. He had infiltrated Rain to dismantle it. But it was too late. The building exploded, fire and glass raining over the skyline. Weeks later, news broke that both Tania and Leo were presumed dead. But in the ruins of the city, rumors spread of a masked vigilante striking at the remnants of Rain. No one knew her name. No one saw her face, but on the walls of every alley she touched, a single word was painted in blood-red letters: Resolve. Tania's Resolve, Season 2. The Silent Rain. In a city rebuilt on ashes, even justice wears a mask. Scene fades in, a burning skyline at night, sirens echoing. A figure in a dark hood walks across the roof's edge. Wind carries a torn photo of Leo and Tania into the night. But if Tania's gone, who's the one leaving her mark? A shadowy figure steps into view, face hidden, wearing a black jacket stitched with a single white feather. A distorted male voice cuts through. She's not the only one who survived. Season 3, The Legacy of Resolve, coming soon. Was Leo really gone, or did he become something worse? And who carries Tania's name now? A savior or a shadow? Let me know your theory in the comments below. And if you believe the city's story is far from over, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the bell so you don't miss Season 3, The Legacy of Resolve.